Hey everyone, check us out.
Hello, we're back.
We're back. Look at who's back.
It's me.
It's me.
The big guy, Ryan.
It's me, Mario. Welcome back, guys. Talking Tommyrot. Another podcast. Got my guest back, Ryan Campbell, because we had a good conversation last time. We went a little off the rails, but we're going to have another conversation.
Got real weird.
We got super weird. But anyways, thanks for coming back, guys. As always, check me out on Instagram. At Garzanate, search the hashtag Talking Tommyrot. He does not have an Instagram that you can follow, so fucking don't even do that.
I'm off the grid. I don't like the social media.
Does Four Leaf say that?
Sergeant Four Leaf.
Does he say I'm off the grid at all? No, yeah, he says
take him off the fucking grid. Take him off the fucking grid. That's what I was thinking the other day. We should do a podcast on a Tropic Thunder review. Or just cite it for him.
Honestly, one of the best comedies ever made. I think, ever made though.
Oh, it has to be.
Yeah, but
especially the commercials that started off.
Yeah, I got that. No wait, what is Bust a Nut?
It's Booty Sweat.
Yeah. I love the pussy hair. Yeah, I love the pussy hair. Yeah, I love the pussy hair. Yeah. But yeah, man. A lot of people have Netflix, and a recent thing has come out on Netflix. What is it actually called? The Ted Bundy Tapes?
Yes.
Like criminal something. Everybody knows what's fucking out. Yeah, the Ted Bundy Tapes are out on Netflix. Me and Ryan watched them. Ryan actually watched them first and said it was really interesting, and he actually watched it this time, which is so fun.
I watch them.
I watched them. But they were really interesting, and it's been a hot topic. Have you seen at all the movie trailers with Zac Efron?
I haven't seen those yet.
Okay, well,
I'm not too excited for that. I don't think it's going to be.
It looks kind of different. It depicts him like the documentary does, like glorifies him a bit.
Yeah.
But whatever. But yeah, so that documentary came out, and we both found it very interesting. I didn't know a lot about Ted Bundy before this. I
knew a little bit, not too much.
I didn't know that he was in Colorado.
Yeah, he got captured twice in Colorado. No, once in Colorado.
But he escaped the courthouse, right?
Oh yeah,
he just jumped out of the courthouse here in Colorado.
Literally, in Aspen, I believe.
So, I just thought that I thought Ted Bundy was not that serial killers are cool. Like, obviously
fascinating.
It's fascinating, right? It's very fascinating. That's the best way to put it. Just to dissect a person and see what
makes them tick. Yeah. What makes them do this?
He confessed to 30 something, and people think he killed hundreds.
I'm sure he did more than that. Yeah, that's just what he confessed to.
Right. So. And he'd cut their heads off and do all kinds of weird shit and fuck their skulls and do whatever.
Yeah.
So
we'll get into it today.
Yeah, we're gonna get into it, guys. It's gonna be a weird fucking podcast, but you signed up for that.
Make sure you have your earbuds in. Not playing this at work.
Yeah, don't play it. NSFU. Not SFU. NSFW.
W.
Not safe for work.
2 U's.
Good job. Sound it out. Fucking. What was the? How did it start? It just started with him. That was the weirdest thing, because I've never heard. I don't think I've heard Ted Bundy talk before. Honestly, before these tapes, I don't think I've ever heard him talk.
Yeah, I mean, I've don't know too much. I mean, listened to a couple podcasts about him, different things, but I'm not sure where he grew up. That documentary started when he was in Seattle,
right? And, but the opening was him like speaking in jail.
Oh yeah,
was that with that guy?
Yeah,
and I just never heard. Like I expected him to be. Like I knew he was charming, and I knew he was like.
But just like the way he talks, and you didn't expect.
Yeah, I didn't expect that. I expected kind of somebody to sound like deranged or like crazy. He was just
No, he's like
uppity and like.
Yeah, he's very like likable. Just a normal dude. He has a chameleon face. He can just blend in. He's just
when there's a couple
he's a politician. He's a fucking sociopath.
It is like narcissistic and sociopathic, I guess. Yeah. To the epitome of that. For sure.
Exactly.
He was just like I didn't expect somebody who could fall off the rails that hard.
That quickly. It was like a 4-year period, 74 to 78,
and he put himself back together so well in court, and in all these interviews, and like he didn't, and he was
because he doesn't have any empathy, he doesn't feel emotion. It was empty, everything. It was all just trying to pretend. That's what he had nothing to, like, he didn't know what to be, so he tried to make his name somehow. And
and he was that was honestly, that's kind of how the documentary opened too, with like shot like fucking sound clips of him and shit. And one of them was like, everybody knows who Ted Bundy is.
Exactly. And he was like he would cling to people. He would never be the leader, but he would cling to the leader and like mirror the leader, like the guy that got him into politics.
Right.
He was the one that like influenced him to get into politics, first of all.
Yeah.
And I believe it was Reagan that they were behind.
Yeah, well, it would have been in the 70s, so probably, I think late 70s would have been when Nixon was going through Watergate.
Yeah, it was Watergate.
Watergate happened in like 74 or some shit like that.
But, yeah.
Again, spouting facts that we don't completely know.
Anyways, that's my train of thought.
Real diminished for dinner. I'm burping it up right now.
Are you?
A little bit. Kind of, but what I thought was interesting about, like you said, what was the trifecta again? There's a trifecta that most serial killers...
Yeah, it's like the triad for serial killers.
Head trauma.
Head trauma at a young age. When their brains are still developing. And bedwetting. Like straight up, like pissing their bed just for a long time. Just constantly, like nightly.
Oh.
And animal mutilation, you know.
Like Mike Myers.
Yeah, like Mike Myers.
I killed a snake one time.
Did you?
I beat it with a golf club.
Me and my friends found a dead fox one time.
Oh, shit.
And it was like near 4th of July, and we happened to have little firecrackers. And we like put some in like his teeth and lit it to see what would happen.
It exploded?
Yeah, nothing happened.
Oh.
I mean, they went off, but it didn't do anything.
You guys are pretty horrific, and you're probably going to get peed on. We're children, you guys.
Children.
Yeah, but I don't fucking like snakes. But anyways, what was I saying?
The trifecta, is the bedwetting, animal mutilation as a child.
And arson too, right?
Yeah.
Fucking set things on fire. Little pyros.
Head trauma, but...
He didn't have any of those.
None of those. He was the one that didn't have any.
And he's killed probably... I mean...
Well, he's up there.
As far as
number
35,
36?
Something of that nature. There was a lot of victims that they couldn't even identify because he fucking cut their heads off and shit. That's what my sister was telling me. She said he would take the fucking heads off and fuck the skulls.
And he would keep them like as long as he could. Then when they started getting like old and decaying,
then he'd fuck them later or what?
He would be like, just like throw it. I don't know, throw it out the window. Get rid of that shit.
He's weird. What do you think? Like what? Like when you think of, like this is gonna get extremely morbid, but when necrophilia comes up, like it's like an obvious like no in your brain, right?
No, when your brain makes that connection,
it's like an obvious. It's like that's not good. Yeah. We will not do that.
Yeah.
There's just not that connection there.
It's it's the empathy.
Or do you think it's just is it just like it has to be? There's not just a person who's like who can just do that and then be...
The only way he got his fucking nut off is if a woman was screaming or if she was dead.
That's weird. I'm just... Do you think if... Like I was saying, we were talking earlier about Jeffrey Dahmer, and I thought that he was truly a sick individual. Like, obviously just awful. He was a bad person, but he was
sick in the head.
Yeah, really bad mental issues. Do you think if mental health... was available to these guys maybe at a young age, do you think any of that would have happened, or do you think it's just
I think if Ted Bundy would have been given medication, he probably would have been the president of the United States,
right?
and that's scary.
And I will admit that he was, like I said, I never heard him really talking, fucking seen him before. I seen pictures and know of his story before this documentary, but when I heard him talk in court and like when he was cracking jokes in court, like What a sick dude, man. Just like, and he wanted to remain innocent. And the entire time.
Yeah, exactly. He wasn't going to plead
guilty that entire time.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Why do you...
Yeah.
What do you think was the most, like, fucked up... Oh, this is what we need to talk about. The fucking horrible, horrible technology that the law enforcement had back then. Dude, they didn't have DNA evidence. He moved. Oh, shit. I picked my scab.
Yeah, that's also what I wanted to bring up. Because this is still old police work. It's before any DNA testing. Anything was done. And no internet. Yeah, you couldn't,
They didn't even have pictures on IDs.
Exactly. It was a piece of paper.
He fucking faked somebody's... When he was in court...
Yeah, he killed somebody. Didn't he kill him? Or he just take it? I think he just robbed him because it was a man.
No, yeah, he just robbed him. But how they found out is because the dude who it actually was saw that his name was on the docket or
and it was like that's not me.
And he was like, yeah, I'm here.
That was down in Tallahassee.
Yeah, in Florida. I believe in Florida the first time.
That's right when he was getting. Yeah,
because he moved. Because that's why he was in Florida.
Anyways, where were we at here?
Come on, Stony Vibs.
We rolled up a real tree trunk there of the sticky.
That's how you got to do it, though. I have cotton mouth, and I think my water bottle is...
control it.
Oh, it's on the bed over there. Fuck it. All right. What, though?
Oh, my goodness.
Come on, you had it.
I really did. We're going to have to talk about something here.
God damn it, dude. What did you had it. You were going to bring up something.
Oh, man.
The idea. Oh, yeah, the police work.
Oh, shoot. Yes.
Damn.
This is the 70s. Okay. So he's like the original serial killer. There was no term serial killer before.
Right. Yeah, I did
so
hear that
they
before.
didn't. They didn't think anybody would get away with.
Pull that shit up actually real quick.
Nobody would. Ever.
What does the term serial killer actually mean?
2 or more people.
Oh.
Or 3 actually.
Really?
3 or more people, like with same styles, same MO.
Oh.
So it has to be. We can pull it up, I guess.
Pull that shit up. Pull that shit up, Ryan. Have you ever heard of the Pax pens, the Pax Era pens? I got one of them.
What are those?
I'm gonna get up, guys. I'll be right there. Don't smite me for it. Pull that shit up, Rhino. Pull that shit
All
up.
right, well, I got it right here.
The term serial killer. What does it mean?
Serial killer. Person who commits a series of murders, often with no apparent motive and typical following characteristic, predictable behavior pattern. So that's the big thing there is a behavior pattern.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Moving shit around here.
Sorry if this is just like...
But yeah, there was none of this. Nobody thought somebody could get away with murder multiple times. And
so many.
And Ted Bundy actually... What the documentary didn't go into too much was what he did before all of this.
Right.
Was when he was in college and he did some side jobs, like some temp jobs. He was actually worked at a suicide hotline. That one thing to get his dick hard was talk people away from death and just fucking... But
what a weirdo.
Yeah, but there was a lady that testified at the courtroom, I believe, and she was like... or maybe in one documentary that I saw, I don't know if she was in the courtroom. But she said that she worked next to Ted at the suicide hotline.
And he was just like...
But she said he was just the sweetest guy, super nice.
Yeah, dude.
Very personal with all the people. He would walk her to her car at night, make sure she got to her car safe.
Bullshit. He was fucking studying so he could make that move.
No, never did anything to her. But then after that, he worked at a temp for the police office, too. And that's the insides of how they... investigate crimes, and how cops act and all that. And so you realize that there was a lack of communication between different divisions of cops, regions, especially over state lines, county lines
and state lines. They wouldn't communicate at all. Everything was paperwork. Everything was literally paperwork. And then
you had to rely on the U.S. mail system to get shit around.
And then rotary fucking phones. Oh, I'd kill myself.
So...
Fuck that.
Yeah, I think... That's where he hid most of his, or all of his bodies too, was in, I think it was like Mount Taylor, I want to say.
In Seattle.
In I don't know if it's in Seattle, but it's in Washington.
Or in Washington, yeah.
But it's near where he went to college. I forget the name of the college, little community college.
Fuck it, we don't need to.
But that's where he hid all like 36 girls,
just buried them all.
or however many he could get up there.
Yeah, they pulled up a bunch of fucking bones on that documentary too. He just was off his complete rocker. Now, do you think that? I mean, obviously he wouldn't. Like, there's still serial killers now, right?
Yes, but I think it's a lot harder. I think it's less serial killers and more mass murders.
Oh,
is what I think it is. Because they're like the psychopath is. I don't know if this.
It's kind of changed,
like,
if you will.
Like they're like adapting. I don't know. It kind of feels weird to say.
It is,
but like
it does feel weird to say. But
they're
almost
like you can't get away with murder
truth.
The same way that you used to. So they have to do it at once.
That's a really interesting thought because that's very true.
But
in the past, I mean, obviously, in the past 10 years, I mean, since Columbine,
dude, just basically like my life. I feel like our life is less. Like, our parents have had all these crazy...
Almost no serial killers. My dad had he actually told me about...
Our most recent one is the Golden State Killer in San Francisco.
What did he do? Or what did they do? She do? Who was it?
I can't remember.
Fucking pull it up, Ryan. Jesus Christ. Man. God damn it. Oh, shit. Let me make sure I'm still recording here. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, we good, man. We good, dog. All right. Golden State Killer? Excuse me, guys. I'm just going to fuck with shit right here. Pull that shit up, Jamie.
Right here. I got it right here. You ready for this?
Yeah, pull it up.
We're getting dark.
Okay, dark enough.
Golden State Killer. Golden State Killer is a serial killer, rapist, burglar who committed at least 13 murders, more than 50 rapes, and over 100 burglaries.
That's a good one
to warm up with that.
Burglaries. You're just retarded.
Yeah, burglaries in a rear-wheel drive car in California from 1974 to 86, and he was most recently caught, actually.
Like recently, like within the past
probably the last
couple decades?
Like 2005, 2000, maybe like 7 or something.
Fuck.
I could even be wrong about that. I literally could have been caught like last year.
That's so weird. Yeah, but that's a very
right
true
here.
thing.
I'm so sorry. I'm so wrong.
How wrong are you?
He got
yesterday.
Caught August 24th, 2018.
Are you serious?
Yes. Joseph DeAngelo has been charged in connection to 13 Northern California rapes.
Oh my God.
I knew it. But that's the most
72-year-old former police officer. What former police officer?
Dude, fucked up story.
All right,
we should do another one on this guy, right?
Yeah, we
should get back to our topic here, right?
We should get back to Ted Bundy.
But this guy's fucked up.
I mean, we don't even have
and to get away with it for that long.
And he was an ex-police officer.
And that's why. Because he knew the ins and outs, you know?
Oh, dude, that's great. That's great. It's not great. It's horrible.
It's horrible.
I feel horrific for anybody who's ever been murdered.
It's fascinating.
It's so fascinating to see how people tick and how people... There's so much evil in the world, dude. It's so crazy.
Have we talked about how Ted Bundy escaped custody?
No, we have not.
Okay.
Dive into it a bit more for me because I may have skipped out a bit on that.
Well, having said Ted Bundy knew how police, different counties didn't talk, especially over state lines, how long it would take.
Yeah.
He, I forget the name of his first murder, but I believe he killed like 6 women in Seattle.
Yeah. No, in Seattle and Tacoma, and they fucking didn't. They couldn't fucking find him.
And they didn't. And then finally they started to figure something out.
Right.
And he fled to Colorado. Correct.
Through
or did
a couple
he
states? Yeah.
Escape from? Yeah, he fled through Colorado. Mm-hmm. He got stopped in Aspen, and then.
Yeah, he got pulled over in Aspen
for
brake lights or not having headlights. Yeah, he was driving around without lights on. Literally got pulled over for driving around without lights on.
I think that's at the end in Tallahassee because he ran a red light in Tallahassee.
He got pulled over a couple times.
Okay. But yeah, so... but he had to make some murders in Aspen. They had him in custody.
He did in Aspen,
Yeah.
and but that's how they caught him though.
Yeah. Oh, just from the taillight.
Yeah.
And yeah, so
Aspen and Eagle, and he even killed somebody in Grand Junction actually.
You're right.
Yeah.
Making his way up there.
Making his way downtown, walking fast, killing fast, and I'm Florida bound.
Florida bound, yada yada.
That's where he got fucking burned to a crisp.
So let's talk about when he was in the courthouse.
Okay, so he was in the courthouse, and they fucking literally they were like, "Oh, it was your turn to watch him."
No, they were like, "Let's go on lunch break or recess."
Right.
And,
but it was somebody's turn to watch him.
Yeah, it was that guy talking, and he was Bundy was in the little library in the courthouse.
Right. So he was like,
I'm gonna smoke a cigarette, and I close the door. Fucking an officer walks by. Where's Ted at?
Peacing.
They open the doors. Gone. They're on the second floor of this building. Like, how tall is the story? Second story.
20 feet. 20 feet.
20 feet at least, right?
Yeah, ish.
He just jumps out like Spider-Man. Just
a 20
Superman landing.
A 20-foot fall would hurt.
So bad.
Pretty
in
bad.
The documentary, they showed his foot imprints in the grass. Did you see that? Mm-hmm. There was so much force that his feet were just in the ground.
And he was...
And then just took off.
About my size. Maybe even smaller than me.
He was about 180, 170.
So he got caught. Did he escape prison in Colorado as well? That was in Colorado being held?
Yes, in Aspen.
Okay.
So what happened was he escaped, and he was gone for like 4 days.
This is just going to show how horrendous the technology was at the time.
And so everybody's looking for him. DA's looking for him. Ted Bundy actually ends up just coming back, just walking back to Aspen, and basically turning himself in.
It's like, hey guys,
and they put him into prison. And I'm pretty sure they keep him in Aspen, or I don't know if they bring him down to Denver. But
no.
Oh no! What happened in Aspen was he stole a car and was driving.
Yeah.
And he turned around. He made a U-turn.
Yeah.
And an officer saw him, and he like went up to him and found Ted Bundy.
He's like, "Hey man,
yeah,
what's your name?"
And so they brought him in and they put him in a cell, and he got This is how maniacal and just crazy he is. He got the guards in a routine that would feed him. Mm-hmm. To sleep later. He would sleep till like 11 a.m., noon, and get his food later. So they would learn not to even check on him in the morning.
Right.
So they wouldn't even come by until like 11 or noon. And then he would starve himself, didn't eat for like
weeks.
Yeah. Got down to like 140 pounds, 145 pounds.
Skinny little dude.
Cut a hole in his ceiling.
Had books. Had a fuckload of books and just hopped up it. What the fuck kind of cell were they having him in where he could cut a hole in the goddamn ceiling and fucking escape?
And he did it over a series of nights. Like, he would go up there and explore.
And check it out.
See where he was. And what he did was he heard... excuse me. He was up there and he heard... because the jailer lived right above him.
Right.
And he went up there and he could hear them having dinner. Up there. And so he basically... One morning, he got up early, and while the jailer was walking around, and got up, broke into the jailer's room, stole a uniform, and literally walked out the front door. Fucking con man.
And nobody fucking saw.
He has the face of a fucking cuttlefish, dude, just camouflage.
He hella does, though. It just looks like a fucking white dude.
Yeah, you
just looks like the most
comb his hair a different
dude.
way. He's someone new.
Yeah, dude. When he grew a beard, I was like, that's not even him. That's
exactly.
Crazy. That's so crazy.
Exactly.
I just don't understand how he got away with so much, and then in Florida he got caught. Dude, he killed like 3 sorority girls in the same night in the same house.
He attacked 5, attempted to murder 5. Only 2 died, I think. No, 3 died. Mm-hmm. 3 died. 2 were just brutally fucking beaten and raped.
Up. Yeah. What?
I mean...
Oh yeah,
what was the name of the sorority?
Florida something.
No, it was.
It was in Florida. It was
Chi Omega.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's actually that's pretty much it. Almost positive.
I think it's Chi Omega.
Chi Omega Delta Zeta Beta Rata Theta. I don't know how it goes, but yeah, he's a pussy though. We should just. I just want to state that while he's looking that up. Ted Bundy is a pussy.
Chi Omega.
Chi Omega. Chi Omega.
But yeah, let's talk about. Okay, so what happened after he walked out of that door with the uniform on?
He got away for he
hitchhiked. Said that he got in this car. Said that guy stopped. He said his wife was giving birth in the other city. Fucking flew down there, took a Greyhound to another city,
which was probably like $2 back in 1977.
Did this a number of times. He would go to a city and then get off and get on another bus.
Yeah,
because you can't trace anything. There's no credit cards. It's all cash. There's no fast travel. You can't and they can't be oh, they don't have cameras to say who's everywhere.
Right.
So fuck. By the time, I think then he got on a plane and then he flew to, I believe, Michigan.
Yeah, he did fly up.
I think he flew to Michigan. And by the time the cops in the jail realized he was gone, it was 7 hours later and he was 1,200 miles away.
Okay, so 40 years ago. That's 40 years ago. He's getting away with actual murder and escape from jail.
Literally.
That honestly sounds like Grand Theft Auto.
It's literally you're Michael from Grand Theft Auto.
That is literally.
And
I just don't understand how my mom was born 40 years ago.
The crazy thing is when he gets to Michigan is he goes and watches the Rose Bowl. He goes to the Rose Bowl.
Dog.
He even gets in a public fight in a bar.
He watched the Rose Bowl.
He's at the Rose Bowl. He's wanted for murder.
Yeah, wanted for multiple murders, escaping from jail, and he went and watched the fucking Rose Bowl in Michigan at Ann Arbor.
No empathy.
No empathy whatsoever. That dude is not even a real human.
Nothing. Zero, dude.
That dude is not even a real fucking human. Damn. You know what broke my heart, though, was his fucking mom.
Oh, yeah.
She seemed like she was just so innocent and
The family always is like that, though.
She couldn't even fathom.
Yeah.
That her son could do something like this. And she was like, no, he didn't. And I felt like crying the whole time. I felt so bad for her. And he died before her, actually. She died in 90-something, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
But,
so what happened after that? He went down to, did he go straight to Florida?
Fucking straight to Florida, dude. So? He killed a little girl.
That was after the sorority.
Mm-hmm. I just burped, so I'm so sorry.
He he was in Tallahassee. I think it was Florida State, right?
Yeah, Florida State is where Chi Omega was.
Got him.
But, and then he fucking, when he killed that little girl, everybody was like, all right, you crossed the fucking line.
Yeah.
You can't be killing little girls. Don't fucking do that. For the 35 murders you did before, we'll let it slide. This one. You can't be killing little girls. Hey, dog, don't be killing little girls.
Don't be doing it.
He was in jail for 11 years.
Well, hold on. Let's talk about how he got caught first, because that's the funniest part.
Well, how did he get caught?
The thing is, Ted Bundy is smart. He was up. Everything started in Washington. And he went. You can follow his travel all the way down to frickin' Florida, the opposite end of the country, where he knew nobody would recognize him. There was no media coverage to get. There's no Twitter. There's nobody.
Yeah, it was local news.
Yeah, it was all just local news. There was no nationwide media. So he goes to the opposite end of the earth, basically, media terms.
Right.
And just blends in. I think he even gets another job down there, but he's always near the campus of this sorority. Goes in there one night at 2 a.m. and brutally rapes and murders 2 women and three women, and 2 of them survive.
And he well, how?
And then after that,
did nobody else wake up? You know what I mean?
Exactly. I don't know. I mean, I think because he would strangle him, and so the screams would be muffled.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
And
because when I heard that, I was like, this motherfucker just ran through a sorority house killing girls? What the fuck do you mean?
It's crazy.
Like, there's no way that somebody wasn't like, oh shit,
Somebody's getting murdered in my house.
yeah, or somebody screaming or like something
Like next door to me or underneath me.
what the
I feel like you would be able to hear it.
Oh, 100%. Even if somebody was getting muffled.
Muffled. You got the pillow on your face there, bud.
I do. But, yeah, I mean, maybe not, though. Maybe not.
No, it's crazy. It happened, though.
I was baffled by that. And then, but, how did
And then, so after that,
because
you mentioned the murder, the little girl, whose body was found. Mm-hmm. And,
oh, bro. It was the fucking bite marks.
Oh, the bite marks. They tried to do that. Yeah, they had bite marks. One signature like move for Bundy, I guess, would to leave vicious like.
And he had crooked
marks.
teeth. He had fucking crooked front teeth like mine.
So they did like a bite mark. I don't know what to call it.
It was good enough for the jury.
But it's kind of like nowadays that's bogus science.
Hell yeah, it's
but
bogus.
Back that just shows how bad their system was.
Like,
was that was like a high end science. Like, that was believable.
Right.
And, I mean, there's no real way to say that those bite marks matched his, but, I mean, they did. Everybody knows they did.
Yeah.
They obviously did, but it wouldn't last in today's court. But...
Without any other evidence, no.
Exactly. But now you have DNA and
but
all
with
that
with that bite mark, nowadays, you'd get DNA evidence.
So. Oh, yeah. So you're fucked either way.
Yeah. You can get DNA evidence off of fucking, I mean, me touching this for a couple minutes, like me just rubbing it, right? Kind of thing.
Literally just from like pulling your sleeve down,
like
skin cells will just fall off.
Ooh, 2019. You know 2019 is the year that Batman Beyond begins?
I did. I heard that.
I saw that meme and I was like, oh shit. We're not anywhere close to that. So they were super wrong.
Super wrong.
Super wrong.
Just like when I Am Legend had that billboard for
Batman vs Superman.
Batman vs Superman, try to get you hyped up.
It happened still, and it was a shit movie. Oh, Batman's out, or Ben Affleck is out. Did you see that?
I didn't know.
Yeah, Ben Affleck is completely out as Batman, and
Wow.
there's gonna be a new Batman in Matt Reeves. Anyways, 1 second. Ted Bundy got caught. That's how he got caught, and he was only convicted for the 3.
No, that's not how he got caught.
Isn't that
Nobody
how he got caught?
knew who did the murders. He got away.
Not with the bite marks.
Yes. Well, hold on. You're talking about when he's in trial. I'm talking about how Florida actually caught him.
Oh yeah. Okay. So yeah.
Because they pulled him in. He was in a stolen car again, obviously, and ran a red light. And this cop was behind him, pulled him over, and basically Ted Bundy wouldn't tell him his name, and so he had to bring him back to the jail because he wouldn't give him an identity.
Oh yeah.
And he just wouldn't give anybody an identity. Nobody knew who he was. He was just nameless.
Nah.
Nobody knew him.
He's like, you gonna give me a name, son, so I can give you a bail?
Seriously,
I can't set a bail on you if I don't know who you are. He's like,
couldn't have a bail. He's like, well, I don't know who I am.
Okay, I'm not sure.
Really lost it.
Not sure who.
But
I
yeah,
am.
so I mean, obviously, he went to trial with no name, and
hashtag it.
hashtag no name, and but obviously ended up getting his name, Ted Bundy.
They're like, that motherfucker was wanted in a lot of other states. How do you guys not know what he looks like?
They don't have a system like that. They don't know.
That is almost unacceptable. What do you mean? That's so weird.
It's crazy.
It's weird to think that.
But I mean, it was just the beginnings of one.
I figured there was a giant semen database.
They called back, and they called Washington, I believe, and were like, we got this guy.
You guys know him?
And they were like, and they wouldn't return their calls because they were too busy trying to find Ted Bundy over there. And so it was just
hey, we got
bullshit.
him though. If you just call us back, we got him.
We did get him.
You stop searching,
overtime.
just stop calling us or call us back. We got him in our shackles.
So Florida really tried to.
Florida
flaunted it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that
They
dude
flaunted
was
the shit out
that
of
dude was
it.
like, guess who I caught?
Yeah.
So happy about it.
But yeah, I mean, the documentary is great. You guys need to watch it. Really goes into some good detail about how Ted Bundy thinks versus what the real world thinks.
Real world.
Yeah, you know,
real world road
real
rules
world
challenge.
problems.
Real world road rules challenge. That's a good one. No,
Might
you don't
be.
remember that one? Ted Bundy was a fucking nutcase. Also, one more thing that I thought was really weird was the fucking like crowds and of people when he was getting electrocuted.
Yeah.
That was weird.
Oh yes.
when they were like, they had signs. They were like, "Fry Ted, fry."
Yeah. Burn.
Yeah,
burn Bundy,
Ted,
burn.
Yeah, burn Bundy, burn.
I want one of those shirts.
That's what I fucking said.
I want one so bad, dude. Let's buy one for each other.
All right. Super. He's only 15% bigger than me. Actually, that might not be true anymore.
Probably not anymore.
Actually, I think that was just wrist size. I don't know if
just
you lost.
Wrist size.
I don't know if you lost weight in your wrist, particularly. I got tiny little wrists. Wrist.
Real wrist problems.
Real wrist problems. We gotta keep going with the tongue twisters.
Tongue twisters.
I mean, what do you feel?
I mean, I just want to say I'm glad he's caught. And I mean, the victims, it's terrible. It's
horrific, and we're not glorifying it in any way.
Yeah.
Not saying that Ted Bundy was a good person. I personally think he was a pussy.
Alyssa refused to watch it with me. I really tried to get her to watch it.
It might be different from a girl's perspective, dude,
Maybe.
honestly.
Women, like, yeah, we didn't even talk about that.
Yeah.
How women were affected by this. Because I don't even think we mentioned this at all.
What?
On why he picked women and the women that looked the way they did.
Oh, yeah, because of fucking girl.
His girlfriend. He dated this girl who was from a rich family, and he couldn't provide the rich lifestyle that she was used to, and he wanted to live this rich lifestyle, but he couldn't. And they ended up breaking up after, like, 3 years. And he had this like 6-year plan to get her back. He like go to school to be a lawyer. Did a lot of
just weird shit.
Yeah, just like random shit. Tried to get her back.
Just completely delusional.
And obviously didn't work. And she was this young, hot, young, like lower 20s, like 18 to 21 or something. And
he really missed the ball on that one, huh?
And just like brunette, long hair brunette, I believe.
But she kind of sounds like a bitch if she's going to be with a person for money. He didn't kill her, though.
He didn't. And then, but like women literally with long brunette hair would just like cut it, or they would wear it up in a hat or dye it. Women were scared to go out with.
Oh, after.
Yeah, like when Bundy was loose.
Yeah.
They it really affected women that way. Like.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I never even really thought about that. Wow. That's horrible. It probably was hard. Probably is hard to watch or see from a girl's perspective, because I'm not really particularly. I mean, if I were to get murdered, like, that would suck.
It is, yeah.
But I'm not like scared of walking down the street, you know.
I'm. That's the thing. I've never been like. It would be 1 a.m. I'm like, okay, well, I'll just walk downtown.
Yeah.
Back to where I'm going.
But like, if Alyssa were to think that, like, Alyssa can't defend herself.
No, she wouldn't even walk outside of our house.
Yeah.
I mean.
Like, no offense, Alyssa.
I wouldn't either. Like, it's different.
Yeah.
It's so crazy. Like, I never had to worry about that. Nobody's going to rape me.
Have to find a pretty big dude. They might rape you.
Did you want to talk about the whole racial aspect?
Oh, yeah. I saw a meme, or not a meme, a post that said that Ted Bundy got away, or Ted Bundy wasn't smart. He wasn't articulate. He wasn't charming. None of this, none of that. He was just a white guy. And I was like, okay, that's fair. That's fair. You can say that. I mean, it definitely helped.
They're saying that he's just a white guy. That's why he escaped prison.
That's why he escaped prison. That's why he
escaped trial. And
escaped
all that.
trial. That's why he was able to. That's why we glorify him now.
Okay.
That's why people, I mean, that's why Zac Efron is playing him. But
because he's white.
And I mean, if
they're saying like if he was black, would he still have the same media?
Right. And I don't know if he would have in the 70s. Honestly, probably not.
I don't think so.
And I don't think he would have gotten away with it in the 70s if he was a black person. If they got him in jail, they would have just. I mean,
honestly, in Seattle, I don't know. I don't know how diverse it was up there. It probably was Seattle predominantly freaking white.
Yeah, it probably had literally two. I'm pretty sure there's 2 black people in Portland right now. And Seattle and all up there, it's
70s was still rough for that. So
that's like 20 years not even 20 years out of the civil rights and all that shit. So that completely could be true. And is it the reason that we revere him still? I don't know. But I think that he was definitely a smart person, and he tried to play his cards right.
Yeah.
And you're lying if you say you've never used being a white person to your advantage, because I fucking have. I mean, it's just what happens.
Well, it's just,
I'm not trying to, but I know I've been picked for being white sometimes. I know I have, and that's fucked up and it's horrible. But that's just how the world is.
Just not picked first for basketball. That's
100%.
I've never been picked first for basketball.
I've never been picked first for any sport, and that's another thing that comes with white people. Yeah. They're like, hey, let's stay away from him if we're going to sports. But I do think that race maybe had something to do with it.
Yeah.
And I was just asking. We were just talking. And correct me if I'm wrong. If you guys do know of any black serial killers, I truly haven't, like a famous one, I haven't heard of it. And I think it's because they just aren't crazy like white people are.
I think that's the duplicata, actually.
Yeah, theirs is like fully formed, and they just fucking don't want to go rape and kill a bunch of the same thing.
Yeah,
but
I don't know. I mean, it could be that. I mean,
I don't know. I'm not sure what
it is. It also
could
be. I mean, I do see. I've heard of, like, obviously, like some Hispanic and some Chinese, like some serial killers like that. But it mostly just white.
I'm sure it does happen. Like,
yeah,
I'm sure there's been obviously a serial killer of every race. I'm sure.
But I was thinking, when you a serial killer predominantly will kill within his or her own race.
Right. You were saying that. And that is kind of cool.
Like a white serial killer, they don't necessarily go out and like kill just a bunch of black people.
It's a weird pattern.
KKK.
It's not a cool. It's not kind of cool, but it's a cool pattern to pick up.
But so, and what my idea was, I mean, again in the 70s, if there was two murders that happened, and there was a blonde or a brunette girl here, and then another black girl was murdered here, I mean, the cops would probably put more effort into investigating the white. Unfortunately, that's how it was. I mean, and so I think from that nature, less crimes, less murders in the black community were investigated or given any media attention, any regard at all. Right. They just assumed it was just gang violence. And
dude, probably 50% of what we have been told is gang violence is just probably horrific killings that nobody's investigating.
Yeah, that nobody is reporting.
That's actually probably really scary to think about.
I mean, I don't know. It's just a perspective to look at it. And it could just be that white people are fucking crazy and they just build and they build and they build and then they just fucking explode.
That's 100. I mean, I don't know why white people, like, it's like they don't have enough problems, so they create problems of fucking serial killing people. I don't understand it, but
not enough drama. They got
also a lot of fucking famous serial killers are also the same zodiac sign, like
are they?
Pisces, Sagittarius, and Virgo.
Weird.
Like a lot of
Virgo.
Them. Are you?
I'm gonna kill you.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm a Virgo. Yeah.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
I believe that's September, right?
I don't fucking know. All I know is mine. I'm a Capricorn.
All I know is Alyssa is a Cancer because she's my Cancer. Wait. Cancer to my love.
Still sounds bad.
She's not my Cancer.
She's not my Cancer. I'll take that back.
I'll tell you that.
I mean, we're at a good amount here. You know, rapper and slapper.
Rapper and slapper, bagger and tire.
Tag it in Jesus.
Ted Bundy.
We can't say that at the end of a Ted Bundy podcast. And 100%, like I said before, we're not glorifying him in any way. I just think it's fascinating. Any serial killers, just the way they
just trying to add some humor to a dark bit.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what it is.
And that's what it is. It happened over 30 years ago, and he fried for it.
We're edutaining here.
Edutaining, dog. Period. Thanks for coming and listening, guys. Thanks for coming and watching.
Thank you.
Check me out on Instagram at Garson8, hashtag Talking Tommyrot. Search it, birch it, put it in your word it.
Give us suggestions. Who do you want to hear about next?
Yeah, definitely. If you want to, Ryan is a good person to have a conversation with. He'll be a reoccurring guest. So if you guys have any things you want to hear about or anything you think is interesting, let me know what you think. I love you guys. We'll see you there. Later on the Menjay.
Keep it classy.
Keep it classy, Santiago. Bye, guys.
Santiago. Whale's vagina.
Whale's vagina.